Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Kobold Chats. My name is Kendrick or Kendo, whichever you prefer, and it is Friday again, the middle of our day, end of our week. Maybe you're already done with work, you know. Maybe you're sitting at home having a good time. Maybe you're still at work at lunch, perhaps eating, listening to Kobold Press news and just fun TTRPG stuff in general. Who knows what you're doing, but whatever it is, thank you so much for being here, because I get to do my favorite thing again, which is talk with all of you about Kobold Press. So without further ado, let's just get right on into it. So Jiro, what are we talking about today? Hey, I'm going to remind you again, every single week, every week until it happens, I'm going to remind you it's time for you to go get notified about Riverbank. I'm going to put the link to it in all of the chats as usual. But if you didn't already know, Riverbank is our cozy Edwardian RPG where you get to play capital A animals, having shenanigans, going through a little bit of hijinks, some chicanery, whatever people called fun back during the Edwardian times, which I think was like the 1890s. When was Edwardian England? When was it? I don't actually know. When was Edwardian England? Come on. Okay, it was 1901 to 1910. I was off by like a decade, which cut me some slack, all right? I wasn't alive. I wasn't sure. I'm sorry. But you can go get notified for the launch of the Backer Kit crowdfunder, which launches, as you can see here, in just a little over 16 days. There's information here on the Backer Kit website, so you can get understand a little bit about what Riverbank is going to be and what it is. God, I love the art. It's so cute. It's so cute. And we can't forget that this is a cozy tabletop game from Kobold Press that is created and written by acclaimed Hugo and Nebula Award-winning Kij Johnson, who wrote the Riverbank novels, which are a sequel to The Wind in the Willows. If you didn't already know, that's the jam, right? The jam and toast. Another thing that I think people ate during I eat jam and toast. I don't know why I was saying that. Like it's like people stopped eating jam and toast. They didn't. I still do it all the time. It's very delicious. Now, what's more delicious than that? A spot of tea along the riverbank. So go ahead and go get signed up to be notified about that. So that in just a little over 16 days, you can get notified for when this goes live. Next up, we're going to talk Kobold Con. We're going to talk a little bit more specifics about Kobold Con, because if you didn't already see, last week, the schedule came out for Kobold Con. And you can go and find that over on the official Kobold Con website that I'm pulling up as we speak. There we go. Here's the link. Everybody. There you go. And it is like, it's, gosh, I love this time of year. Last year, Kobold Con was so fun. Like, yes, was I working the whole weekend? Absolutely. But all I got to do was play games and talk to really interesting people about the really cool stuff they're working on, and talk about tabletop RPGs, talk about all of the new, and like, hey, guess what? We're doing that again. So March 28th all the way through the 30th, you can join Kobold Con, which is an all online convention, meaning that you can check us out at the comfort of in the comfort of your own home. You don't have to worry about traffic. You don't have to worry about flights. You don't have to worry about lodging. You just have to worry about opening up your computer or your phone and tuning in. Isn't that wonderful? So you can see over here on the schedule, there are the 3 days, obviously, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Starting it off strong Friday morning, 9 a.m. Pacific time, we've got the Kobold Con showcase. Now, this is going to be us starting off strong and telling you all everything that you have to look forward to from Kobold Press for the rest of 2025 and a little bit into 2026, talking about our partnerships, talking about all of the talking about their scholarship that we're raising money for. Like it's just it's everything that is important to us, Kobold Press, to let you know about what you can get excited about. And then there's going to be, you may have heard a little bit about Necromancer. We haven't talked about it terribly much, but hey, Kobold Press, we're getting into some board games. We're getting into some board games, little board card games. And so you'll get to see Necromancer, this game that we've been working on, be played, which is going to be really exciting. Thanks to the team at Do You Validate Studio in Atlanta. They helped us shoot some stuff for the Kobold Con showcase, and they're also doing the Necromancer live play. So that's going to be really exciting. Then after that, we're going to have a panel with the creators of Necromancer, and both the designers and the artists, the creative team that is behind it. So that's going to be really fun. And then we're going to have tea time on the riverbank with Kid Johnson to talk to you about, see, all of Friday is just us letting you know all of the really cool stuff that we have for you, and like getting to actually like sit down and like talk with the people behind the making of the really cool stuff, you know? So yeah, that's going to be really good. Then we have another panel here with, I believe this is Celeste and Wolfgang, talking about the Labyrinth World book, which should be coming out pretty. It's so soon. And so you'll get to hear more about them. More about the book. Things of that nature. Then another panel about Monster Vault 2, which is going to have both lead editor Megan, who was the lead for that book, as well as Mike E. Shea and Mike Wellham, two designers on the book. Mike, two Mikes. My brain immediately mixed up their names in my head. Not on Discord this time. No, we have decided that Kobold Chats is a little too, I'm a solo producer here, and I already have to have so much stuff up on my screen, and I couldn't figure out a consistent way to do audio for when I had guests to like actually be heard on Discord. So we have relegated it back to just doing it on Twitch and on YouTube. But thanks for being here. What was I saying? Oh yes, Mikey Shea, who was one of our guest designers for one of the monsters, as well did some additional design on Doom points in Monster Vault 2, and then Mike Wellham, who was writing the field guide to monster harvesting. So he was in charge of basically helping expanding our harvesting rules, including a bunch of monsters from from the Monster Vault 1. And also Monster Vault 2. Loot that box. Hey, I'm going to get a box of stuff. I have no idea what it's going to be, and I'm going to open it, and we get to talk about what all that stuff is together. And then there'll be organized play from 4 to 7 p.m. Pacific time that Friday. And that's just Friday. That's so much stuff. There's so much stuff. And then starting off Saturday strong with some more organized play. You can play at home, either on our own Discord, or if you're doing doing it through Start Playing games, you can find a table to sit down at and play some Tales of the Valiant. And then we're starting it off with not starting it off, but we're following that up with a panel with the team from Steam Forge to talk about the new Tales of the Valiant starter set, which I think is so cool. I love boxes. I love board games, right? So it just is a board game of a TRPG. It's not a board game, obviously, but it's got a box, it's got miniatures and some stuff in it. It feels like a board game, and like a really easy way for people to get into it, get into Tales of the Valiant, and a great gift. It's a great gift if you're looking for something for the little gamers in your life who could use something cool. And then at 2 p.m. We'll be doing some stuff. Finally have the maps, and I have comments. Big White ask comments. I'm unsure as to what that means, but if you have comments, I would say take it to our customer service team, because there's nothing I can personally do about it. VTTs. The VTT spot here is going to be giving a space out to our virtual tabletop partners to help all of you and educate all of you. Hey, if you're looking for a new VTT, especially because as of right now, Tales of the Valiant is not coming to Roll20 as far as we know. So if you're looking for a virtual tabletop to switch to, or you're looking to learn another, this will be a space for that'll be a space for that, for them to be able to tell you about their platforms and all of that good stuff. So that should be fun. And then, whoa, is this the second Monster Vault 2, or did I get the first one wrong? No, the second one is that. Wait, what's that monster isn't the Monster Vault panel. What's that monster is our game show, where we're going to have you guessing monsters from our various monster books, and maybe you'll win some prizes along the way. And then Saturday at this time, at 3 p.m. we'll be doing the Monster Vault 2 panel with Mikey Shea, Mike Wellham, and Megan, as I was saying earlier. Then we've got some more organized play from 4 to 7. And then we will have a fun Tales of the Valiant actual play from our Game Master Cujo and some of the folks over at Crit Hit Chronicles, which were the recipients of the Kobold Creates 2024 grant that we had. And so having them on to play some more Tales of the Valiant for us should be fun. It's a check. And then last up on Saturday, we have late night news with Warren in the Warrens with Dot, our head of the marketing department, where she's just gonna have it's gonna be a fun late night show. It's just gonna be really chill, hanging out, wrapping up the day with something a little fun. And then Sunday, we follow up. Hello, Jason. Welcome in. I'm just going over the Kobold Con schedule, which you can find. I don't know if you have access to that link, but I'm just going to send it again because why not? Which you can find over on the Kobold Con website. And then on Sunday, we're starting off the day strong again with some more organized play. We'll have a Riverbank AMA with Kids Johnson in our Discord, the Kobold Press Discord. So you'll have to hop in there to be able to sit down for that. And then at 1 p.m., we'll have a Let's Quest charity Q&A, because Let's Quest is the charity that we have for the Kobold Press scholarship, or I don't remember what it's called. It's down here. Give me one. The Kobold Press Gaming Scholarship. There we go. And it's going to Let's Quest, which is a nonprofit dedicated to enhancing school and library tabletop RPG programs by providing a wealth of resources and materials to educators, librarians, and facilitators at no cost. So over the course of the weekend, a percentage of every purchase that you make during Kobold Con goes to supporting the charity, and Kobold Press will plan to match that percentage up to $2,500. And so this will just give you a chance to learn more about the charity, give them a chance to, tell you all what they're about, and perhaps even inspire, hey, if you're a librarian, facilitator, or work at a school somewhere, and you're like, hey, well, maybe I'm looking to start up a TTRPG program for the kids in my school, because there are lots of great skills and such that children can learn through playing TTRPGs. Maybe Let's Quest is a resource that could be useful for you. So it'll be a good chance for them to, hey, let everybody know what they're about. And then we will be having a charity actual play, which will be dedicated to raising money, specifically for a more direct donation during the actual play. From 2 to 4:30. Just finalized the cast on that. Super excited to announce it once we have promo stuff ready. And then after that at 4:30, we will have our closing ceremonies with Dot and Wolfgang to wrap up what is sure to be a really amazing weekend. Whew! That felt like so much, but I know it wasn't. It's gonna be a great weekend. So, look forward to that. And if you haven't already signed up for a game, actually, hold on, wait, let me bring this back. If you haven't, say, you can sign up to play games during organized play over on the Kobold Con website. If you scroll down to the organized play, you can click the sign up to play today button, and it's going to take you over to our Discord where you can then, do stuff from there. But just so you know, there's an easy avenue to do it. Okay, next up, we're talking about the Pathfinder Humble Bundle. And I know it might seem strange. I'm like, hey, why am I talking about the Pathfinder Humble Bundle? Well, there's a reason for it. Because a ways in the past, Kobold Press also made content for Pathfinder. A lot of our 5e content also included Pathfinder content. So guess what? The new Pathfinder Mega Bundle Part 3 over on Humble Bundle. I'm going to just copy and paste this link here for all y'all. Includes some Kobold Press stuff. Look at all of this. And, you pay $5 or more, you get everything in this 32 item bundle. If you pay at least 15, you get 61 items. 25, you get 86, and for $45, you get all 88 items. And if you just scroll down here real quick, oh, what's that? Wrath of the River King? Well, who knew that was also an adventure for Pathfinder? Oh, what else could be here? What else could be here, I wonder? Oh, surely it can't be... Okay, come on. Hey, Grimmelcon by Richard Pett for Pathfinder. There's also... Actually, I'm finding way more of these now that I'm actually scrolling. I only saw a couple, but now I'm seeing way more. Hey, the Midgard campaign setting. Hey, guess who that is? That's us. Oh man, so many of these are Midgard, actually. If I had really just slowed down, I would have figured it out, huh? The Player's Guide to the Crossroads, Dragon Empire. Whoa, this is so cool. Wait, hold on. Let me go back. Come on, take me back. Take me back. We got Cat and Mouse, Dark Fae. Man, so many more of these were Kobold Press than I originally saw when I was scrolling. But that's because they have different logos. Because that's just how long ago it was. Oh, look at all that. So if you head on over to the Humble Bundle website that I've already linked for you, you can go check out this amazing bundle and do some good while also getting some games. And look, the bundle's already raised over $1,000 for charity, and it went out today. So that's awesome. Yeah, 100%. Go and check that out. Yeah, that's real neat. All right, what have we got next? Oh, yes, the Trollfall PDF. A new adventure stumbles forth from the Warrens, and that is Trollfall, an adventure for 7th level characters by Brady Morris. Don't feed the trolls. 3 days ago, the first troll came, easily dispatched by the town guard. But within a few hours, another attacked, and then another. And now they never seem to stop. Now the town of Celadon Bounds continues a hopeless defense against a seemingly never-ending, ever-regenerating army. Time grows short and a call for heroes has gone out. Trollfall is a 22-page PDF adventure for 4 to 5 characters of 7th level for Tales of the Valiant. Follow the trail, carry the battle to the trolls, and discover the grim and gruesome truth behind their source. This adventure also expands your TOV monster vault to include 4 uncommonly deadly new varieties of troll. Keep your eye on the sky and beware incoming Trollfall. Oh, that sounds so cool. What's going on in here? I want to know more. Where did these trolls come from? I love the idea of, I guess there's now going to be a fire. I love the different varieties of troll now. Is there just some kind of demon mouth spewing new trolls? The invaders use troll units only if they decide they're not going to burn the castle down. I suppose, but this one's already on fire. Oh, I guess they burned boiling oil on it, so that's why it's on fire. It's not like a fire troll, but that'd be kind of interesting because trolls are weak to fire. So what would that one be weak to? Who's to say? I'm gonna have to go and get this to find out potentially if there is even a fire troll. Honestly, next week we'll probably look through this PDF because this seems pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's next week. Okay, so that is the Trollfall PDF. Go grab it over on the Kobold Press store. All right, and next up, before we get to Old Margreve, we know I have to check the blog. It's just kind of my thing. I love the blog. That's my, if there's anything you need to know about me, it's that I love the blog. So, this time we're doing Hometown Hazards, what you get up to in the Cloud Heritage. This one caught my eye because it seems like this blog series is primarily trying to expand upon, like, what does it mean to be a part of a specific heritage and, like, different things that, like, you can engage with when you go back to those places, or if, like, you're visiting a place that would be, like, a cloud community, right? What would that be? So I'm A, interested to see what this one says, and then B, interested to see more of these, because this is the first one. No, this is the second one. So they've already done the Salvager one. Oh, back in February. I have to check that. I wonder if it's monthly. Could be. So, Victoria Jaxo or Jaxo. I'm butchering this. I'm sorry, Victoria. I'm very bad at pronouncing this word, I suppose. Okay, so adventures are usually about the events taking the heroes away from home, but this series explores possibilities when taking a character back home. What troubles lurk in a PC's hometown? What manner of curse, bogeyman, disease, or nuisance was part of their upbringing? How does it now become part of the party's greater story? Each town and Hometown Hazards addresses a different PC heritage from the Tales of the Valiant Player's Guide, focusing on ready-to-go concepts of what Home Sweet Home might have looked like for them, and what imperils it. Arcane Savants. A cloud heritage upbringing is filled with wonder and awe beneath skies and stars, and sometimes homework. These arcane conclaves, often established around a grand spire or tower, are devoted to the study of magic, astronomy, and arcane adjacent fields. Surrounded by observatories, libraries, and mentors of all stripes and proficiencies, Cloud Heritage characters emerge in bastions of arcane study and knowledge, becoming proficient with minor spells even when they don't choose the path of a spellcaster. But what perils might lurk in these studious centers? A pedant panic. Starting off strong with a curse. Got it. So, pedant panic. This harmless prank of a curse was concocted and perpetuated by apprentices of arcane academics to sabotage know-it-all rivals and annoying lecturers. Whenever cursed texts are made or found, enterprising pranksters slip them to targets with the challenge to pronounce an impossible word or phrase, or claim that reading the phrase aloud enhances intellectual aptitude. Those afflicted by the curse find their spoken and written words, regardless of the language, scrambled into indecipherable gobbledygook. Oh man, did I fall for this curse? Maybe I did. Ugh. You got me, Victoria. I've been cursed. Alright, so trigger. When a humanoid reads text enchanted with this curse aloud, it must succeed on a DC 13 charisma save or be afflicted by this curse. A victim can still read and understand any language it is proficient in. However, when the creature attempts to speak or write, its words are scrambled into nonsense, indecipherable in any language. Attempts to communicate are not recognized as a language by spells like Comprehend Languages. If the creature attempts to cast a spell with a verbal component, it must succeed on a DC 13 charisma save or fail to cast the spell, expanding the spell slot in the attempt. Resolution. The curse can be lifted with the remove curse or similar magic. Alternatively, the curse ends immediately if the creature genuinely desires to admit to being wrong or to praise another for knowing something better than it does. Speaking or writing such an admission won't or praise won't be scrambled. This alternative resolution might only be discovered if some active pranksters are behind the curse, requiring a successful DC 13 persuasion check to find and secure aid, or digging through the right histories to see if the curse has manifested before, requiring a DC 13 investigation to determine. You can either remove this curse by casting Remove Curse or some similar magic, or by genuinely admitting, I'm sorry, you're so much smarter than me. I'm sorry, I don't know my divination as much as I thought I did. You know, I'm sorry, please, just remove this curse. That's so funny. All right, so the flux, what is this? Is this a creature? NPC, perhaps? CR4, okay. The scrawny wizard in apprentice robes cackles with unhinged laughter, his eyes glowing white as arcs of uncontrolled lightning crackle around his body. Every inch of his skin is covered in magical incantations and glyphs, some inked and some scarred into the flesh. A flux starts as an apprentice or student of the arcane who, through some combination of overwork, poor supervision, and attempts to harness magic or knowledge beyond capability, burns out into a vessel of destructive energy. Fluxes tend to occur in communities with high degrees of magical tutelage and education, while frequently elves, especially from the cloud conclaves, any humanoid can transform into a flux. Magical madness. As fully trained magic users don't ever seem to degenerate into fluxes, scholars theorize that learning magic isn't a simple question of ability. The existence of fluxes suggests that some humanoids are incompatible with channeling arcane energies, regardless of education and merits. Oh, that's fascinating. Some people just can't learn magic. And if you do, you turn into a flux. Maybe. Who's to say? Volatile mind. Fluxes are unstable, bearing only basic resemblance of their former selves. They've been hollowed out by the same arcane energies they once hoped to grasp, and are now shells driven by volatile elemental energy. Their intelligence remains, but it's turned toward violently unleashing power. An aura of painful confusion surrounds a flux, sometimes even afflicting itself with inexplicable whims as its former identity unravels. Oh, that's so fascinating. Okay, so it's a CR4, armor class of 13, hit point 75, a speed of 30, perception of 11, stealth of 13, passive, of course, senses and whatever the humanoid you choose, those senses. And it knows common and elven. Got -1 strength, +3 dex, +0 con, +5 int, +1 wisdom, and +2 charisma. A fairly brainy creature. Or person, I suppose. And it's got an erratic aura. A flux exudes an aura of uncontrolled magic and infected with its fractured intelligence. A creature that begins its turn within 10 feet of a flux, including the flux itself, must succeed on a DC 13 wisdom save or become confused, as the confusion spell says, until the start of its next turn. The flux is immune to the charmed condition, and magic cannot put it to sleep. And the flux has advantage on saves against spells and other magical effects. All right. It's got a multi-attack. It makes 2 elemental lashes. An elemental lash is a melee or ranged spell attack with a +7 to hit, 5 feet of reach, or 15. Oh, that's so interesting. Huh? Okay. So it's got a melee or ranged. It counts as a melee or ranged spell attack. So you can either do. Oh, okay. So it's either got a reach of 5 feet or a range of 15 feet. I understand. On a hits one target, dealing 2d6 plus 5 lightning damage. And then for spell casting, it has a DC of 13. It uses its charisma for it, and then it has at will, acid splash, firebolt, ray of frost, shocking grasp. And then as a bonus action, it has an elemental shield, where the Flux conjures an unstable shield of energy around itself, made of the same energy as the Flux's current elemental lash. Damage type. The Flux has resistance to this damage. In addition, when a creature within 5 feet of the Flux hits it with a melee attack, the shield erupts. The attacker takes 2d8 damage, matching the Flux's elemental lash damage type. And if the Flux's elemental lash damage type changes, the Flux fades at the end of the Flux's next turn. Otherwise, it ends after 1 turn. Oh. And then reactive magic. When the Flux takes elemental damage, acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder, different from its elemental lash type, its damage type changes to the attack's damage type instead. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. That's so cool. Oh my gosh. I'm just trying to think of how I'm going to put a Flux in a game now. This spell casting burnout that gets hollowed out by its own magic, and then having that turn and then being puppeted by said magic just to be like this. The mind reels thinking about like, what does that mean, right? Puppeting means that like, why does this magical energy that is inside of it have this desire to cause destruction? Because not all magic does that, right? So there's something specific about the Flux and the kind of magic that is that's puppeting it, that's leading it towards it. Oh man, the lore you could build around that. So yeah, no, definitely go check out the Hometown Hazards, and check out the Salvager Heritage as well. I feel like, yeah, no, this is super cool. This is really, really cool. Okay. Well, beyond that, gang, you know what time it is. We're talking about the Old Margreve. Yes, friends, it is the Old Margreve time. And surprising just about everyone, including me, the Old Margreve is live. Earlier than expected, you can now go get and order hardcover copies, PDF copies of the Old Margreve. This is I'm just going to read it once more. The trees are always watching. For years beyond counting, the roots of the Old Margreve have grown deep and strong. Explore an ancient magical forest rife with dangers, both mundane and fantastic, deep in the shadows of its dark canopy. This deep woodland quickly claims unwary travelers who fail to follow the old ways. So brace yourselves for a journey through the Old Margreve, a legendary forest with a mind for adventure. This setting guide and adventure path revitalizes the Margreve Forest with new adventures, new art, and new maps, all fully compatible with any Tales of the Valiant or 5th edition D&D game. Inside, we're going to find 4 lineages, including the new and powerful Bearfolk, 5 new heritages, including the Delver, Forest Bastion, and the Old Ways, 16 subclasses, including the new Wildfire Bard, Verdant Druid, and more. Over 60 spells and magic items, including expanded rituals, and a complete story arc and adventure path guiding players from level 1 to level 10. Your tale within this ancient wood begins here, but beware. Those who pass through its borders are forever changed, and sometimes the Old Margreve will not let you go easily. Let's see, Nathan. I bought the PDF. Is there a way to then do the PDF physical book combo at a discounted price? Ooh, that's a good question. I would say take that question over to the folks at our in our customer service, um, since they would have the best answer for you there. Um, yeah, they would have the best answer for you over at customer service. I wonder, is there a quick? Can I? Is there? Oh wait, hold on. Da-da-ba-da, bing bong, found it. Here you go. Yep, you can just email them over at support.koboldpress.com, and they should be able to help you. Because yeah, I would love for you to be able to. I would love for you to be able to get that discounted. Awesome. Okay, cool. So, beyond that, how about we actually dig into the dang thing, huh? How about we dig into the dang thing? Oh man. So today, when like trying to figure out, okay, what were we gonna look through? Because I'm definitely going to be doing a longer series that's just like going through the old Margreve because I think it's fascinating. Um, it's just like I love like dark fantasy magic forests. It's just I don't know. It's cool. I like forests as a setting. I think something about the like foreboding trees and stuff above you. We love your stuff, but we have to support our local game store. Is there a way for the store to give us a coupon if we buy the book at the store, then get the that is not something that I would be. Again, that's another customer support question. I don't know if we would. I don't know. I'm sorry. That's it. If that is beyond my purview. Though I understand the sentiment. Okay. So going through the credits for this. Okay, so lead designer for the Old Margreve is Matthew Corley, with additional design by Lou Anders, Wolfgang Bauer, Dan Dillon, James Introcaso, Ben McFarlane, John Sawatsky, Dennis Suster, and Mike Wellum. And then editors, the Megan Markle, Kim Mohan, and Thomas M. Reed, with playtest coordinator Ben McFarland. Cover artist is Eric Belial. Regional map cartographer is Dean Spencer, with interior artists Michelle Giorgi, Miguel Rigodon, Rigodon Harkness, Julia Metzger, Dio Mahesa, William O'Brien, Beatrice Pelagati, Robert Pirudu, Addison Rankin, Florian Stitz, Brian Syme, Eagle Thompson, Quico Vicens, Michael Whitman, and Alina Zukova. And cartographers John Pintar and Dean Spencer, and graphic design by Mark Rattle. Whew! So a lot of that is for a lot of the original designers and such, for a lot of the old Margreve, from like Tales of the Old Margreve and original books, so on and so forth. But, some of these people also worked on this one. And then there's all the stuff for the Tales of the Valiant version, which is this. Which included designers and converters Daniel Kahn, Megan Markle, Evan Noon, and Mike Wellum. Developing editor Megan Markle, proofreader Jeff Quick, cover artist Craig Spearing, interior artist Federico Argurisane, Victoria, Brendan Lancaster, Erica Ludrigan, Kiki Mock Rizki, Florian Stitz, Brian Syme, and Eagle Thompson, with cartographer John Pintar and graphic designers Mark Radel and Kennedy Williams. Whew, got through it. Okay, there we go. So, when trying to figure out what we were going to look at when we were going through this, I thought that we're better to start than the real meat and potatoes for, like, if you're, let's just say you're getting this book specifically because you wanted the new character options, you wanted the new lineages, heritages, subclasses, so on and so forth. So I figure, hey, let's start there and get you bought into the rest of it. Yes. So we're looking here at the heroes of the Margreve. The Margreve Forest is home. Hold on, let me zoom into this a little bit more. The Margreve Forest is home to a variety of peoples, many of whom have been touched by the forest magic in some way. Whether the creatures live in harmony with the ancient forest or barely scrape a living together, the forest changes its inhabitants over time. This chapter presents lineages, heritages, and a background appropriate for people born, raised, or residing within the forest, and it includes a naming table with names common to many of those peoples. The Heritages section also includes new languages spoken within the Margreve Forest and granted by some of the Heritages. If these languages aren't in your world, feel free to replace them with Sylvan or other languages of the forest or Fae in your world. This chapter includes subclasses commonly found amongst adventurers in the forest. While Druid and Ranger characters will find plenty of support in this chapter, many other classes that might have some connection to the forest or hunting also feature new subclasses, from the Wildlife Bard to the Courser Mage Wizard. Finally, this chapter includes spells and magic items wielded or crafted by the forest's inhabitants, so that even those new to the forest might find ways to harness its power. If you're a player, talk with your game master before using any of these materials, any of the materials presented in this chapter, to ensure it fits into the game world and the campaign you are playing. So, starting up, we have the Alseed, or the Alseed, and man, this guy looks cool. This guy looks pretty sick. I love kind of more of the deer centaur. You know, don't need all the horse stuff, but cool deer antlers and really like the fur around the hooves. It looks dope. So the Alseed are graceful woodland cousins to centaurs, blending humanoid torsos with the lower bodies of nimble deer. Because they rarely venture far from their wooded glades, some call them grove nymphs, although they're more closely related to humanoids than fae. Alseed innately feel a close connection to the natural world and often feel a disconnect between themselves and creatures who dwell in more urban areas. They typically feel uncomfortable in larger cities where their hooves tread the cobblestone streets and relaxed in the wilderness where they can feel the earth beneath them. Alseed have antlers growing from their foreheads, and antlers that grow very slowly, branching every 10 years for the first century of life. So an Alseed with 6 points per antler should be around 60 to 70 years old. As creatures with a deep connection to the old world magic of ancient forests, Alseed antlers develop further points only with the blessing of the Alseed's home forest. Immediately, that's a wild hook. That's a wild character hook right there. Getting blessed by your forest will give you more points. Oh my gosh, now I'm thinking of like this Alseed with just like all of the, like a huge crown of antlers, basically, with like 20 to 25 points. And you're like, what have you been doing? And that's for your story to figure out. So the Alseed, they reach maturity by 20, and they can live well beyond 100 years. But the fact that it tells me not 200 years makes me think that we're looking at about 150, 175, potentially. So, base walking speed is 40 feet, understandable. They have nimble deer body. Heightened senses. They have advantage on perception checks that rely on sight or hearing. And you can only see through lightly obscured areas normally, and areas of dim light as if it were bright light. Great eyes. And they are hybrid humanoid. So, though their type is humanoid, they have traits in common with monstrosities. And then you have advantage on save effects that would cause you to become exhausted, and you have advantage on saves against being frightened. And then light hooves. You have advantage on dex or stealth checks. Dex checks that are stealth. Yeah? Okay, yes. Okay, yeah. A dexterity check that is a stealth check because I forget that sometimes you can do checks with using different stats. Like you could do a stealth charisma check. In addition, you have steps. Your steps leave no tracks unless you choose for them to do so. That's fun. And then they are a quadruped. The mundane details of the structures of humanoids can present considerable obstacles for you. You have to squeeze when moving through trapdoors, manholes, or similar structures, even when a medium creature wouldn't have to squeeze. In addition, ladders, stairs, and similar structures are difficult terrain for you. Oof. Big oof. Ooh, okay, here we go. Horns as status symbols. In Margreve Forest, horns are a symbol of status and power amongst the Alseid. No 14-point Imperial Alseid are known to exist, but there are many tribes in the Margreve Forest that are governed by princes with 13 points, indicating that they've done a great service to the forest on at least 3 occasions. Because antlers signify status, Alseid don't fight with them the way that deer do. Cutting an Alseid's antlers is one of the most direst punishments an Alseid can receive. And an Alseid with shorn antlers is typically in exile from its people. Oh, this is sick. I love the Alseid. That's really cool. All right, next up we've got bear folk. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He looks so cuddly. And like he would maim me if I was doing something wrong. So the bear folk are a broad-shouldered bipedal humanoids that strongly resemble upright bears. Though they lack a bear's sharp claws, their hands are as dexterous as any human craftsman. They are covered in black or brown shaggy fur that often have light frosting on the chest, shoulders, and upper back. The color of their fur sometimes gives clues as to a particular bear folk's ancestry and what tribe they hail from. As they get older, the fur around their muzzle begins to silver, giving them a distinguished look. I like that. Bear folk, they reach adulthood in their late teens, living all the way up to 80 years. Their size is medium. Bear folk are typically large and muscular, reaching about 7 feet, over 7 feet, and weighing anywhere between 250 and 350 pounds. Their base walking speed is 30 feet. And they have the Apex Predator trait. When you make a charisma check, you can add your strength or con modifier to it. Choose which during character creation, and you can use this trait a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. I love that. Because this doesn't specify charisma intimidation. This also includes diplomacy or persuade. It's persuasion, not diplomacy anymore. I have to get the 4th edition out of there. I gotta get the 4th edition out of there. But it's also performance as well. This is just, I like that. That's fun. Wild Heart. You and allied creatures within 5 feet of you have advantage on saves against being frightened while you are conscious and not incapacitated. And then Thick Coat gives you resistance against cold damage and immune to the effects of extreme cold. Oh, that's really cool. This lets you play a polar bear folk, which is dope. I love that. Oh, wait. Oh, the arena. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Is this a porcupine folk? An echidna folk? Maybe closer to an echidna. The arena are small-statured lineage of creatures resembling hedgehogs, resembling bipedal hedgehogs. Oh man, you mean that I can play Sonic the Hedgehog in Tales of the Valiant? Let's go. They tend to live in large underground communities and are typically very curious people. No backpacks. No backpacks. They all have like fanny packs and like satchels, but yeah, no backpacks. Or front pack. They tend to live in large underground communities and are typically very curious people. Arena young are always probing the limits of their community's territory, and many arena have a keen eye for things that are out of place or novel. Arena typically subsist of scrounging, and their diet consists of fruits, roots, snakes, poisonous insects, and small animals. Even arena raised outside of arena communities tend to enjoy eating poisonous insects and spicy foods. Oh, this is so good. Your arena character has the following traits. They reach maturity around 15 and live up to 60 years, though some arena burrow elders have memories of events which suggest arena can live much longer. Oh ho ho. The bearfolk so this is a little thing about the bearfolk. Bearfolk in Midgard are wide-ranging in their wandering and settling. While most hail from the cold climates of the Northlands, standing against both challenging environments and fearsome neighbors, many bearfolk families inhabit the Margreve Forest and the cities of Midgard. Several families of bearfolk have even carved out a small nation of light in the Shadow Realm, bringing the healing power of the moonlight to that twilight realm. Go check out. I don't know why I looked over there like I had the book. Book of Eventide. There we go. And Tales from the Shadows. All right, so arena. So they are small. They average about 3 feet tall, weigh 50 pounds. Their speed, base walking speed, is 30 feet. They have dark vision up to 60 feet. And they have the digger quality trait. You have a burrowing speed equal to your walking speed, but you can't burrow through ice or rock. Fair enough. And then arena resilience. Your ancestors' diets of snakes and poisonous insects have made most toxins little threat to you. You have advantage on saves against being poisoned, and you are resistant to poison damage. They have advantage on perception checks that rely on sight or hearing, and they have spines. Needle-sharp spines that grow in the small clusters atop your head and along your back. While you're grappling a creature, or while a creature is grappling you, it takes piercing damage equal to your proficiency bonus at the start of your turn. That's so good. That's really good. I love that it gives more information about, like, what does it mean to be an arena in Midgard specifically, since that is the default location of Midgard. I mean, of the Margreve Forest and Midgard. But hey, the Margreve Forest can be in your world as well. Might be in mine. Arena in Midgard. In Midgard, the enigmatic hedgehog folk of Midgard trace their history back to the beginning of the world, farther back than the rule of the elves, to the first groves and the wildlands, and wild grasslands, to those green places between the elemental poles that birthed all that is, or so the arena druids like to claim. They typically worship the hedge mother, an arena goddess often associated with the elven goddess Holda. Though the arena firmly state their worship of the hedge mother came long before the elves Holda existed, whose tenets regarding the defense of home align very well with the hedgehog folk's territorial nature. Love that. What else we got? So we have the Piney next. Okay, the Piney's the last one. Okay, the Piney's the last one we'll go over. This is the base of all my forest jungle adventures. Understandable. Very understandable. And then Piney. Many villagers scattered through the Margreve Forest are home to an elusive lineage of humanoids known as the Pineys. They follow a code known by most as the old ways. But for them, these rules of the forest are as natural as the leaves growing in the boughs above. While the Pineys were once human, their bodies have been changed by the magic of the Great Forest over many generations. When a Piney leaves the Margreve Forest, the forest influences fades but never fully disappears. Their two long limbs and blank inchoate? Inchoate? I'm not familiar with this word. Inchoate. Inchoate is the word. It means just begun and not so fully formed or developed. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Huh. Okay. Their two long limbs and blank, inchoate eyes suggest a Fey influence, but their kind is mostly known for strange plant-like qualities to their skin, hair, and nails. Though these plant-like aspects manifest in different ways for each piney, all pineys appear genderless, the forest power removing differences between male and female in favor of plant features. When two pineys want to reproduce, they do so via spores, typically shed from their bark-like skin or leaf-like hair. Some elder pineys in the deepest parts of the forest exhibit very strong plant-like aspects, often appearing closer to a treant than a human. Most pineys, however, appear humanoid with plant-like features. Oh, this is so cool. Piney villages are located deep in the Margreve Forest. Though their homes evoke human architecture, the villages are often melded into the trunks of trees or dug into the side of grassy hills. From these enclaves, Pineys patrol the territory from dusk until sunrise, ensuring the woods are safe and free from interlopers. Pineys feed through photosynthesis, which often requires them to chase patches of sunlight throughout the day before returning to their villages for a few hours of rest. Pineys reach adulthood in their late teenage years and typically live to be just over 100 years old. Your size is medium or small. Pineys have a wide variety in height, but tend to have sturdy builds with bark-like growths. They range from barely 5 feet to just well over 6 feet tall, and average around 175 pounds. If you choose to play a piney shorter than 4 feet, however, you can choose your size to be small. Oh, that's fun. Your base walking speed is 30 feet. You're hybrid humanoid. Though your type is humanoid, you have traits in common with plants. You have advantage on saves against effects that would cause you to become exhausted. In addition, you have advantage on saves against being paralyzed or petrified, and against effects that would make you fall unconscious. Ooh. And living wood. In moments of peril, you can rapidly grow tough bark, vines, or similar growth to shield you from harm. When an attacker you can see would hit you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction to increase your AC by an amount equal to your proficiency bonus against the triggering attack. And you can use this trait a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. Oh, that's so cool. And then photosynthetic. If you spend at least 1 hour in an area of sunlight or natural bright light, your daily food requirements are met. See starvation and dehydration. In addition, if you spend the entirety of a short rest in such an area, you can regain a number of expended hit dice equal to your proficiency bonus. Once you recover hit dice this way, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest. Oh, that's so cool. Though pineys appear mostly human, they possess many plant-like characteristics. When making a piney character, decide how the Margreve Forest's influence on your bloodline manifest for fun and profit. So true. Decide how the Margreve Forest's influence on your bloodline manifests in your physical form. Here are some physical characteristics your character might have. Your skin is rough with harmless cracks resembling tree bark. Heavily perfumed flowers grow wherever your body hair is dense. They can be plucked, but they grow back within a few days. Your eyes are twice as large as a typical human's, and their color is a changing swirl of green, orange, and brown. Your fingers and toenails are wood. Your major joints, shoulders, hip, knees, your major joints creak like tree branches when you move. Oh, that's kind of fun. I really want to play. I want to play a piney now. That's so cool. That's so cool. Such a neat lineage. Okay, and we've got some heritages here. We're just gonna look through the names of these, so you all can take a look at it for yourself when you go check out the book. So we have the Delver heritage, which are people who are raised underground. There's the Forest Bastion heritage for characters raised in communities on the edges of forests where civilization meets the wild. There's the Hiveheim. Oh, yeah. Characters from a Hiveheim heritage are raised in bearfolk communities focused on bees and beehives. Man, I want a bee folk. Maybe I'll write one. Maybe I'll write a bee folk. Mayor's training. You know that you don't... Wait, what? Oh, this is the Hiveheim thing. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. There's the Moonlit heritage and then the Old Ways heritage. Okay, so we have the Hive Tender Barbarian. Please tell me they get bees. Please tell me they get bees. Or maybe they just get a bunch of honey. Honey barbarians? That's cool. That's just cool. That's cool. A honey barbarian is so good. There's the Shadow Chewer. Oh, man. Let's zoom out a little bit. Oh, look at that bearfolk. He's so cool. Okay, so we've got Shadow Chewer Barbarian. We have the Wildlife Bard. Oh, if you want to play a little... It's so tailored to the bearfolk. It really is. I love this this Pied Piper kind of deal. The Wildlife Bard. That's cool. Okay, the Cleric of the Hunt. Oh, Hunt Domain Cleric is really good, actually. Hold on. Oh my god. Channel Divinity, Hunter's Prowess. As a bonus action, you present your holy symbol and empower yourself with the Predator's hunting prowess. Until the start of your next turn, you have advantage on weapon and spell attacks rolls. When such an attack hits a creature, the attack deals additional damage of the weapon spell type, weapon or spells type equal to your proficiency bonus. That's really good. That's really good. Honey Barbarian's biggest enemy, doorways. A concert for honey badgers is terrifying. Also very true. That is terrifying. Hunt domain spells. Bloodhound. Wait, what? Oh, those are spells from this one. Oh, what is the... Oh, yes. Oh, man, I forgot all the new stuff in here. Yes, this is... Yes, this is the new... The Old Margreve book, which released earlier last week, and we're just taking a look through some of the character options here. Just doing a brief skim of the subclasses, because I did just go in depth into all of the lineages, but I'm going to do a more long form series where I really, really get into these. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. Yeah, that's really good. All right, the Druid. Oh, Bee Druid. Amazing. Bee Druid. Love it. You gain a ring of spells. Okay, yeah, so these are the bee spells. Yeah, that's fun. Show me the bees. Where are the bees? Where do I get my bees? You gain proficiency in the acrobatic skill, and you can understand bee dance, a language shared by bees. Oh, that's so good. Bees refuse to attack you, even with magical coercion, unless you attack them. Even you can have a CR20 lich conjure up magical bees, terrifying hornets, to go and attack you. They will see you at level 3 and go, nah, actually, not them. Anybody but them, I'm good. Oh my god, I love this. When a beast attacks you with a weapon that deals poison damage, such as a giant spider's bite or a scorpion sting, you must succeed a charisma save against... It must succeed on a charisma save against your spell save DC or have disadvantage on attack rolls against you until the start of your next turn. Oh, that's cool. Wild shape bee stinger, baby. Can I turn into a big bee? As a bonus action, you can expend a use of a wild shape to grow. Oh no, you just get a stinger from your wrist. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. I imagine it's like The wrist like punching daggers kind of deal. Bumblebee Rush. Oh, whoever made the bee druid, I love you. That's so. The owl. Well, now I want a raven druid. What does the owl druid do? Tiny spy. You gain the feature. You gain proficiency in. Okay, I can't read through all this because I have to read through these later for a different thing. But God, that's cool. Rose Druid? Man, they were really going hard for the Druids. They were really going hard for the Druids on this one. Oh, she's gorgeous. Oh, man, that's so cool. The Verdant Druid. There's so many Druids. There's so many Druid subclasses. That's so good. The Griffin Scout. You please tell me you get a Griffin as a part of this. Mounted Scout, mounting, so on and so forth. You learn the fine. Okay, so at level 7, you learn fine steed. The mount you summon could be one of the options. Okay, so love the druid attention. It's so good. I don't play a lot of druids, but this would get me to play a druid for sure. So Griffin Scout, trained by elves. Okay, mounting and dismounting, you're free to do. Okay, skirmisher snap. When you move at least 20 feet straight towards a creature and hit it with a melee weapon in the same turn, that attack deals extra damage. This extra damage is equal to the amount your Mystic Mark feature deal. Oh, so you can double up on that. Oh, that's so cool. So yeah, you get the Skirmisher Step. You get Featherfall. So it's like a lot of very like flighty stuff. Alter Self, give yourself wings. At 5th level, at 5th spell level there. At 7th level, you get Griffin Wings. Fine Steed. If you, bam, you can get yourself a Griffin. That's really cool. Just like a really fast, agile, like skirmisher ranger. Really fun. Grove Warden. You get some more spell stuff going on. Spear of the Weald. Excuse me? The what? The Spear of what now? You can use the bonus action to call forth a magical spear from the plane of the Fae. I gotta stop reading. An Underfoot Rogue. Oh, what's this? Underfoot Rogues ambush their target. This is a skirmisher. This is like a guerrilla fighter rogue. And they get spells? Oh, this was made. This was made specifically for the arena. That's cool. A spell casting rogue is fascinating to me. And they take primordial spells. A rogue with like a druid rogue is kind of cool. A druid rogue is kind of cool. Hold on. Oh man, now I'm thinking about all the different non-spellcasting classes where you could give them a spellcasting, where you can. Oh man, oh that's so cool. My brain is reeling with ideas. Okay, the flower sorcerer. Why not? Why not? The natural world is in your blood. Whether dryad or some similar plant like fey blood mixed with your ancestors, or your ancestors were touched by the magic of a powerful natural entity like the Old Margreve, you're inextricably tied to the natural world. And now you get flower magic. Okay. Don't put Warlock in here if you're not going to give me a Warlock subclass. I'm seeing these invocations. There it is. Elderwood. You've made a please be with a treant. An ancient intelligence of the primeval forest. Oh, that's so cool. Hunter in darkness. Excuse me? A manifestation of the primal dynamic present in every animal. Gang. Why is this so cool? A courser mage. Excuse me, ma'am. What are you doing with that bow? Are you gonna kill me? Wizards who follow the Courser Mage traditions are interested in ancient tomes, but they are just as interested in archery, in the art of blending magic and archery to stalk and take down quarry. Their magical this is the magic archer. I'm glad it's a wizard and not a fighter. Oh. So you get like proficiency in like a bunch of different bows. You get the stealth skill. You can still perform somatic components of wizard spells even when you have a longbow in your hand. Oh my god, they get a lot at level 3. As a bonus action, you can choose a creature you can see within 60 feet of you and become invisible to only that creature until the start of your next turn. Imagine doing that. Imagine doing that to someone. And not even in combat, right? Where if you were just like having a discussion in a room, a very tense discussion about like, trying to like do some treaty, or like you're trying to like make peace with like, someone or whatever. And there's this room full of people. There's you and your party, and then there's the other group of people. And you're like just one of the lieutenants you're like trying to like intimidate, and you're like mean mugging them, and then you just turn invisible, but only for that person. Only for that person. And you just like really freak them out and make them seem like they're going crazy. That's kind of funny. This effect ends early, so how long? Until the start of your next turn. So it only lasts for 6 seconds, but it'd be enough. I think 6 seconds would be enough. 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, 6 1,000. That's enough time for someone to freak out and make a fool of themselves. That's enough time, I think. Oh my goodness, that's so good. Oh, that's so good. That's so funny. And you can use this feature a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you get expended use. Oh my gosh, that's so good. I love this. And then at 7th level, it seems like you can start adding some magic to your stuff. Yeah, you start using more magic arrows. I love that. Oh, that's so good. But I can't keep looking at this. It's too dang cool. We gotta end it, gang. It's time we stop. But please, get over here. Please get the Old Margreve. It's so cool. And like, you have to imagine that book has a bunch of rules on how the Old Margreve like interacts with characters and stuff, so on and so forth. It's got 60 more spells that we didn't even touch, right? It's got magic items and stuff, and then there were adventures. There's a whole adventure path from level 1 to level 10 in there. There's so much in this book, and every bit of it like is so cool. So, did we move Margreve from adventure anthology to world book? Well, it's still not a world book, because it's just the Margreve Forest. Like it kind of works as a little bit of a setting book, I suppose, because there's information on like, what is it, like all of the different places in the Old Margreve, right? And there's like information about like, oh, like what does it mean to like run an Old Margreve game? And then there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 adventures in here. And then also monsters. It basically is basically a little world book. You're not wrong, Warren, you're not. God, this is so cool. Oh man, I can't wait. I can't wait to dig into this. This is so dope. This is so good. Oh my god. Well, everybody, I'll leave you with this. For you, for your sake, and all that you hold dear, please, pretty please, get the Old Margreve. Get the Old Margreve. It's just that good. It's so good. Oh my god. All right. I'm putting the link in here once more. Please go check this out. I'm using Old Margreve inside my Viking campaign. Oh, that's cool. The players are on a path to Helheim and need to pass through it. Rest in peace. Yeah, thank you so much. Because now we get the Old Margeve and we get Tales of the Valiant. Oh my god. Well, thank you all so much, everybody, for being here for another Kobold Chats. I will see you all next week, same time, same channels. If you're watching on YouTube or if you're over on Twitch, and if you're watching on YouTube, hey, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and do it on Twitch as well, so you can get notified every time this goes live and every time a more longer form video comes out. So. We will see you all next time. And don't forget to go out, be bold, be brave, be valiant, and have a good time. Play some games and get the Old Margreve.